All right, so it has been a hot minute since we have done a video.
Yes.
I think the last one was like March?
Probably.
So we got sick again. And then...
For 2 months.
Yeah, for about 2 months. You went on vacation.
Mm-hmm.
And then life just got busy because...
I had the end of the school year.
Yeah, warm weather arrived. We're all busy with stuff. But finally, we are here and we are ready to give you major updates.
Long overdue updates.
Yes.
Yeah.
So you guys knew that we wanted to open a microbakery together, and that was our plan for a long time. And then somebody got cold feet and didn't know if she wanted to commit to it or not. And I tried to tell her that it was really not that big of a deal. She could do it as much as she wanted to, or not as much as she wanted to. But anyway, I decided to take the plunge. I sent in my application for my kitchen license. I got that license, and literally the day that I had my kitchen inspection, she realized how easy it was, and she's been gung-ho ever since.
Yeah. Well, I'm the type of person, the type A, that doesn't change easily. I have to work through it, and thankfully she understands that, and anybody who really knows me understands that. I'm scared to death. I don't want to fail. I don't want her to fail because of me. If I say I'm going to help her and then we don't get to do it. But bottom line, when I saw her get her license, and I'm like, I really am missing out on an opportunity. And even if all that opportunity is to spend time with her and make fun memories, we're having fun doing that. And so if I earn a little money along the way to supplement what I don't make during the summer at my job, since I don't work very many hours, then that's great. But that's not going to be my focus. My focus is I love cooking. I enjoy it. I love spending time with her, doing fun things together. And so she convinced me that it's not all that scary. Although the things that really scare me, I'm not good with technology. Yeah. I'm not good with marketing. I just want to cook. I just want to cook and hang out with my kids. And so that's kind of more the avenue that I'll be going. I like to test recipes, and I like to feed my people. So basically that's what it boils down to.
Yeah. And I've let her know that she can do that, and she doesn't have to do any of the technical stuff because I handle the social media. I love taking pictures, so I have no problem doing that. We already do the farmers market for our microgreens, so it's really not that much extra to just bring some of the baked goods along with us.
Right. And that was very fun too. I got to do that. Luke was sick last weekend, so she didn't get to do it, but we had made some product before he got sick, and I was able to go to farmers market with Jed, which I guess was a very slow day. I don't know, but it was fun even hanging out with him and doing that. We used to love doing that when we used to visit them at their previous place that they lived. And so that was a lot of fun, just going and hanging out, talking to people I hadn't seen in a long time. And it's just fun. It was just fun.
Yeah. But I know that back in, what was it, January, February, that we made our debut video, we talked about Nana Boo's Bakery.
Yes.
And so when I found out that she didn't really know if she wanted to do it or not, that she was on the fence, I was like, do we want to go with Nana Boo's? Because I don't want to call it Nana Boo's if you're not going to do it with me, because it won't make any sense. And she said, oh, do whatever you want to do. And so I decided to just keep on brand with our farm, which is Rock and Fortress Farm. So I did Rock and Fortress Microbakery. So now we're trying to decide if we want to rebrand already. Yes, even though I've only been in business 2 weeks.
And we might, because we've got to figure out, like, even just the logistics of how to open a bank account with 2 people as owners. I know the banking part of it. I know what's required for that, but we don't want to, like, we're just 2 people cooking in our kitchens, and so it doesn't make, we're not going to be incorporated or any crazy thing like that. Right. And so we're just trying to figure out. So if we have to go through my thinking here, you're seeing this live as I'm thinking it. My thinking on this is, if we have to go through any sort of naming venture, then let's just go with the name that we had planned on doing in the first place. And then it's the 2 of us. And if we don't, and whatever, then whatever. It's, but if we have to, then let's go back to our other plan. And if we can figure out, stay tuned on that. We don't know. Yeah. But for now, it's Rock and Fortress Microbakery, but we're going to have 2 locations that we bake out of, which is I'm just waiting on my licensing right now. I have sent my application in, and they've cashed my check, so I should be getting a call pretty
Government for you.
soon to get my kitchen license to do this. But once that's done, and we both did the what's the other part of that? Not just the licensing.
Oh, the mobile vendor.
Yeah, the mobile vendor, so that we can both have our product at the farmers market or at each other's stands.
Yes.
So we're on opposite sides of town. Once school's in again, and I am back working more hours, she's going to get lots of traffic over where she lives, and I will get some too. But mine will basically be more weekend focused, Friday, Saturday focused, and hers could be a lot more than that. And so, just trying to see the logistics of all that, and then is anybody actually even going to eat our food? Right. That's what I'm worried about.
We've had good feedback so far. I've had messages asking when my stand is going to be live, so that's hopeful that people are actually going to come.
Right. Yeah. What we sold in the first farmers market, we had some cinnamon rolls, some raspberry rolls, some giant cookies, some homemade pizza, ready-made pizza crust from sourdough. Do we have anything besides that?
I don't think so.
We sold out of the raspberry rolls. They were gone.
It just seemed like we had a lot of different things because we had sourdough cinnamon rolls, regular cinnamon rolls.
Oh, that's right. That's what I was
raspberry.
thinking. Yes, yes. And so we probably won't have that much of a variety.
Yeah.
I mean, but
it still was only a few hours of cooking.
Right.
It wasn't that much. It didn't seem overwhelming to me.
It seemed overwhelming to me at one point.
Yeah, when the raspberry rolls looked like slop.
I was like,
I knew they would turn out.
These are expensive to make. Raspberry is an expensive fruit, and so I was rolling them up, and they were falling all over the place, and I'd never made them before, and they to me looked like a great big pile of slop. And she kept saying, "Mom, they're going to be fine. They're going to be fine." It's
once they bake and evaporates a little bit.
And so I'm like, well, I'm not throwing away, even if we just all eat them as a family because they're just too disgusting to sell. We let them rise, and as they rose, I was like, okay, they're looking a little more normal now. And so we baked them off after a while, and once we put the glaze on them, and her and I shared the one that was the ugliest. We were like, all right, we're not going to sell this one. It's the ugliest looking one. We both just looked at each other and we were like, okay, this is really yummy. So anyway,
and they were the first thing to sell out. So.
Yes, we sold out of those. And so we're doing some testing on some surprises right now, and I'm very excited about it. But
yes, me too.
I'm hoping by the 4th of July that we are ready to roll. I don't know, but
I can't imagine. I feel like if we just give the state a call and let them know, like, hey, you took our money, but you haven't done anything else.
Yeah, you cashed it. So could you please come check out my kitchen? Tell me I'm allowed to cook for people.
Yep. And by the way, we told you that we would keep you informed on the process of that. It is the easiest thing ever. So I deep cleaned my kitchen because I thought they were going to inspect every inch of my kitchen. They literally came in, asked me what I wanted to sell. So I told them sourdough baked goods and stuff. They took a temperature probe and tested my hot water to make sure that it was a certain range. They opened my fridge to make sure that it stayed below 40 degrees. They checked a few different places in the fridge. And I think that's it.
Yeah, you said they just asked a bunch of questions. I mean, she even
not even a bunch.
Deep cleaned into her microwave.
Yeah,
didn't even look at the microwave. But I mean, we don't really use the microwave for much.
Oh, like melt butter,
maybe. Yeah,
but
not really
either way,
much.
They did not ask me. They didn't look at very much things at all like that. I thought
it's a little scary to me.
It is. Yeah, it is.
But that's okay.
Yeah, but it was super simple. Just $20 for the license, and then another $20 if you want to do mobile vendor, which allows you to sell outside of your home, like farmers markets at somebody else's house, that kind of thing.
Yeah. So it's not bad. And then you checked with the town.
I've tried to check with the town. I have not gotten anywhere.
But the chamber, you have talked to the head of the chamber.
For the farmers market.
That's what that was.
But as far as the farm stand, I cannot get a hold of anybody for anything. So.
Yeah, it's just really odd to me that we legally have to have our kitchens inspected and licensed, which I don't mind doing that at all. I mean, I'm glad to do that. Because it makes me feel better if I would see that on somebody else's. But it's just outside of town, in a different town, they don't need to do that. And so in a way it limits us. It's a double-edged thing because I like the stamp of approval, I guess, behind it, but it also it limits some of the ingredients that we are allowed to use.
Yeah.
And so
we'd have to jump through a lot of hoops if we want to use cream cheese or something.
Yeah, if we moved 10 miles away, we could do
whatever
a lot more. I could still have a lot more freedom than what we have right now, but we live where we live. And so that's what we're doing. So it's exciting, scary. Yeah. But now once I've got my mind on board on it, I'm like, today was the day that I wouldn't have been doing much of anything. And so I've had all kinds of testing going on. And so it's just fun. Yeah, I really enjoy it. And I was telling my husband, like, it took me so long to send in my application, but we had a busy winter with sickness and a whole bunch of other stuff. But I told him I was really glad that I finally took the step and submitted my application because I love baking and cooking. I never used to like baking, but in the past few years, all of a sudden I do. To me, it's like just comfort. Yeah. Just something to do that's productive and there's something yummy at the end of it. Yep. Yeah. It's part of taking care of my family too, which I really like because we get to eat leftovers. Right. Well, and part of the, what I see anyway, is that Rebecca's focus will be more towards the sourdough because she is much more experienced in that avenue than I am. Not that I won't do some because I do have a sourdough sandwich bread that I have got my process down very well on that. And so I will probably do some of that because it's something I'm confident in. But as far as like, I did the sourdough cinnamon rolls last week in her house and they love sourdough and I like some things sourdough. And this is just the honest, I compared the two, the sourdough cinnamon rolls and the regular, and I like the regular better. The sourdough also is a process. It's a little bit more involved. It's longer, for sure. It's a longer process. And so, I'm so used to that though. I use yeast a couple times a year, probably. So sourdough, I'm used to that timeline. So when I'm making something with yeast, it almost like surprises me. Like, how are you ready already? I'm not ready for you. Yeah, so it doesn't bother me that things take a long time. Yeah, because she does. Like you said you hadn't made any bread products this year so far. You hadn't bought any bread products. I have not bought any bread products. She has made 100% of her bread products, right down to her rolls, hamburger rolls, hot dog rolls, wraps, all that stuff. She's making. I have bought flour tortillas from Sam's Club, but like actual bread products now. Yeah. Okay. So that's. I think that's impressive. We're halfway through the year and she hasn't bought any bread at all. And I do make a lot of our bread too, but I don't do it all sourdough. I do some yeast. I like a wheat bread recipe that my friend Bridget just shared. Go check out her. Yes. The Uncomplicated Home. Uncomplicated Home. She's blog. Pretty cool. It's a blog, right? Yes. Yes. And she has a Facebook page too. Yeah. And she is, she's got a lot of knowledge and wisdom on her page and some really tasty recipes. But that bread recipe that she shared with us, good. I actually had, it's 100% whole wheat bread. I actually had a wrapper I had a coupon or something for 100% whole wheat bread. And when I made that bread, I saved the bread wrapper to put that in. If I had side-by-side comparisons, I wouldn't have known which one was the homemade and which one was the store-bought. It was so soft and so flavorful. Yeah. But then it doesn't have all the preservatives and additives and things like that. And she does freshly milled too. Yeah. I can't foresee that I will ever get into that. But yeah, I meant our friend. She will. She'll do eventually, it probably. Yeah. Once we get our mill back up and running. Yeah. It's not something that's going to be something I do, I don't think. But more what you think of like traditional baking, not sourdough. That's probably where I'm going to land, I think, in this process. So anyway, it's exciting. Yeah. It's, if you have any questions or suggestions, what products, let us know. It's fun. It is very fun. Yeah. Do you have anything else? Anything else we need to tell them? I don't think so. Okay. So stay tuned. And sorry it's taken us so long. Hopefully next time won't take so long. I don't know how many people have asked me, when are you going to do
I
that?
know.
And
I've had a lot
so
of
I'm
people
like,
too.
oh my word.
I didn't know.
That kind of
Like I
makes
knew
me-
people watched, but I didn't know people were like actually following along. Which I
Right.
mean, I'm glad.
But in a way, it makes me be like, oh my goodness, people are actually watching this.
I know. That's how I
People
felt
are
when I started
actually-
my.
I don't know anything. Don't listen to me.
I know. That's how I felt when I started my Instagram page. People would talk about it to me in person. Like we don't.
This
we
is
don't need to talk about
embarrassing. Like, you know,
But you get used to it after a while. It does not bother
I
me
don't
a
know.
bit now.
Maybe, but I know that I love to cook
Yes.
and I love to bake. And so I am definitely okay with doing that.
Yes.
So,
Yeah.
All right.
All right.
Stay
See you next
tuned.
time.